Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress, and this is your daily dust for Sunday, August 6th, if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's also a timeless reading, and I am in a series of art decks, artistic decks, anything from classical art, fine art, all the way to contemporary art. I might feature a few different indie type decks with artwork. Maybe just stay away from more of the photo type art, but like the paintings and things like that that people do, whether it's realism or impressionism. I'm gonna have a little fun with art this month. All right, and this is my channel anniversary month, so look forward to other things for that I'll be doing for and on behalf of my anniversary. It would be 5 years. And also I'm going to do your weekly reading and message from your person today, so look for that one too. Or if you watch this, you may have already watched your weekly reading or not. You could be at any time and not know what the heck I'm talking about. But this is a daily tarot reading, and it's just a collective reading. I'm using the Botticelli tarot, by the way. Really pretty deck. Botticelli. It's all very holographic-y and gilded. I edged the deck in some copper. It does not look very coppery, but there you go. All right, we're going to take from the middle. Whoa, look at that. You got the chariot. What a very nice looking chariot this is. Okay. Chariot's good, represents Cancer and triumph and action and movement. And woo, beautiful. You have the moon. I just love all, it's like it's a gradiated and then the gilded on top of the gradation. That's just like too pretty. Just too pretty. All right, let's see what else. And you have the Queen of Wands. Didn't she come out yesterday? We have a lot of Queen of Wands energy. It's passion. A lot of passion coming through. This is seems like a passionate month to me so far. We had last month I did romantic decks, but it feels like the passion's really coming out right now. So let's zoom on in. By the way, happy birthday, August babies. I'm feeling a lot of Leos in this energy with the Queen of Wands. So happy birthday to the August folks. And you know, I have a lot of August birthdays in my family, and I just wish them all well to all the beautiful Leos in my family. And my very first best friend, well, maybe not my first best friend, but my very loyal best friend, she's an August 10th Leo. So Lisa, if you're out there listening, happy birthday. So overall, the chariot represents movement. It could be a physical movement, you know, where you're driving somewhere, and because this is a mundane reading, it's a daily reading, it could be just simply driving and having a good day of driving. Haha. You know what's interesting? I do a little extra driving on Sundays and Mondays, so this works for me. And oftentimes I have good days, and sometimes I have days where it just feels like Mercury retrograde hit me on a particular day, where things just kind of go off a little bit in a weird direction. And a lot of times it has to do with moon energy. If it's a full moon or a new moon, sometimes, well, I shouldn't say new moon. If it's a full moon, sometimes it affects my driving day. So this is not going to be a full moon if you're watching in real time, but if you're watching in another time where there's a full moon, yeah, be aware that full moons can do affect drivers, and it's kind of sometimes a tricky day or a tricky night for driving. So just keep that in mind. But I feel like this is a positive message, so we're going to go with the positive energy here. This is movement, and it can be spiritual evolution. This could be something that you're triumphing in a spiritual way. We have sort of an angelic energy here with the moon, so it definitely could be tapping into a spiritual energy. But overall, it's definitely about being victorious, having a lot of honor, having a lot of help, having ups, and this is not about ups and downs, this is ups, and feeling really positive about it. Now, we have the two horses. Sometimes you'll see a black horse and a white horse, depicting the yin and the yang and the different directions you can go. What's wonderful about this is that the chariot is not about something having influence over you. It's you really are in control of the situation. You can go any direction you want to go in. And it also, because it symbolizes Cancer, it reminds me of the crab. Crab is like leadership energy. Crab is a cardinal sign, but when the crab moves, it skitters side to side. It's moving forward, but it's skittering side to side. So it could be an energy like that, where you're not extremely like super directly forward. You may have to do a sort of a side to side movement to get where you're going, but you're definitely determined, definitely triumphant, and definitely victorious. So great day today. And so the moon energy sometimes represents the unknown. And I feel like the unknown is not going to get in the way of progress today. That it feels so like, it feels so mundane in some ways. It's like GPS can get you where you need to go, even if you don't know in your mind. Have you ever, being a driver for many years, like a school bus driver, I've driven all around different parts of my city, and somebody can say a street or an area of town, and it's like a map pops up in my head. So that could represent, this energy here. Sometimes you have this like pre-knowledge. It's a map that pops into your head, and sometimes you don't. You just don't know. You don't know until you get there. You don't know until you drive it once already. I feel like it's interesting, this kind of a little metaphor about like your psychic impressions. Sometimes you have clairvoyance and you just see that picture, bam, Sometimes you have claircognizance. You just have that deep knowing. It's just a knowing. It's the hardest one to convince people of, because people always want proof, but you have a deep knowing. And then there's clairsentience, is the deep feeling, but claircognizance comes in pictures, and clear audience comes in sounds or voice or some kind of message. And I tap into all of the clairs when I do these readings. So in this case, and that's why I like to use tarot, because I have a claircognizance and just a knowing, but I have to prove it to you through my tarot images. Or if you have claircognizance, you see a picture and then the tarot reflects what you see in your mind, then that helps as well to translate to you. So if you're a tarot reader, maybe that's it, that resonates with you. But the moon is really beautiful. It can be about visions and dreams. A lot of us have precognitive dreams where you see it before it happens. You see it in your dreams first. Just similar to, I went live last night. So if you like to find me and get some really good discounted readings, join me live on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Friday nights. At 8 o'clock. But live last night, one of my readers asked about a dream she had, and she was seeing somebody in her dream, and I feel like that represents some kind of message. So you get messages in your dreams. Sometimes you may have a vivid imagination. And you know what's so interesting? This deck, like, I never see travel as a word for the moon, but in this deck, travel is coming out. So travel plans. So it does feel very GPS to me. It's like, so the best way to uncover the unknown, like I don't know where to go, is get out a map or get your GPS out, right? That's as simple as that. And that kind of metaphor can be applied to lots of things in your life. Do your research a little bit ahead of time, and that makes the unknown a little bit less scary. There's some people who aren't even worried about the unknown, who will just face anything, no matter whether, there's a sense of courage and braveness, and also maybe a little bit of naivete, but still that leap of faith energy that's in the Fool. They conquer things without worrying so much about what's out there. They just keep going. They take one foot in front of the other. And I think that's a positive. I think that's generally a positive energy. This could also be about an inner search or inner energy, but since you have the Queen of Wands here, I feel like a very go for it energy. It's a just do it kind of thing. It's like, no, don't hold back. If it's your instinct to go for it, then go for it. If it's your instinct to do, then do it. And sometimes we worry if we're being too impulsive. This is one of those kind of days that it's not a problem. If you just feel like being a little bit speedier than usual, if you just want to be a little quicker and get more things done in the day, this is a really good one of those good energies for that. The Queen of Wands in general, she's very mature, she's friendly and honest, and she's good at giving help, and she's a good businesswoman. Also, I see the Queen of Wands also sometimes as a performer sometimes of sorts, or just just very outgoing, representing signs like Leo and Sagittarius and Aries. Aries are super sweet. I love Aries women, especially. They're very honest, but they're like just really, you don't have to guess so much with Aries. They just explain things in ways to me that makes sense. They're just very straightforward and honest. And then there's Sagittarians, which Sagittarians are just very sweet and outgoing and kind of playful and athletic. There could be an athletic person here, or somebody who's physical, right? And then Leos are kind of sometimes flamboyant, and then they like flip and turn into like a shy kitty cat, and they're very quiet, but always very sweet Leos. I love Leos too. So for some reason, I really am attracted to the feminine or the female fire signs. They feel comforting to me. They feel comfortable, even if they may take emotions to that high degree, and just put a lot of passion behind their thoughts and their feelings. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a nice thing. So yeah, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm not fire sign, I'm a water sign, but it's like Scorpios are kind of interesting since our original planet is Mars. I feel like Scorpios kind of are like lava, it's kind of like a watery fire. And so it's sort of like the more surface type fire signs are sort of refreshing, because there doesn't seem to be any behind the scenes motivations, any kind of ulterior motives. And so I like that a lot about fire signs. And so if you're this person, great. If you're dealing with this person, then you don't have to worry about any ulterior motives, behind the scenes things going on. You can trust that everything's going to go well. So this could be an actual visit to somebody. Somebody is making their way to this woman, maybe a masculine making their way to this woman. And it feels a little bit, unknown, but you've been dreaming about this for a long time, or somebody's been dreaming about this for a long time, and finally maybe the plans are coming into fruition to come together. But it seems like the masculine's doing the traveling here, but the feminine definitely has strong passion for this union, strong passion to get together. And I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.